Well, the ACIP, Chris, does an elaborate process each year in which it puts that schedule together. It takes all of the current recommendations for vaccines for children up to the 19th birthday and then codifies them in an easy-to-reference schedule that can be put up on the wall. The schedule lists all the vaccines and by age what each child ought to be receiving at that particular visit. It's wonderfully handy. And because the immunization schedule is so complex today, even the experienced nurses and docs often refer to that schedule. In general, the ACIP recommendations become standards of practice. This is particularly true in pediatric practice, and I think the vast majority of pediatricians are very knowledgeable about the immunization schedule and promote it in a very positive way to the parents. Occasionally there are parents, of course, who have discussions about vaccines and why do we have to get this vaccine and is this other one really necessary? And discussions then will ensue. I would say generally the ACIP likes to work through consensus. The substantial majority of its votes, and they are formal votes, are unanimous. But every once in a while you have an issue where there's a difference of an opinion. I'm an internist, and the one that comes quickly to mind has to do with Shingrix, the new shingles vaccine, being preferentially recommended over Zostavax. The ACIP doesn't like to make preferential recommendations, but it did in this instance, but it was a close vote, 8-7. The only constant, Chris, is change. So there are things that are going on both in the pediatric and adult schedule all the time. Older recommendations are reviewed and brought up to date, and so there are always nuances of change. We've got to keep up in order to keep up. The Vaccines for Children's program, which is an entitlement program, has been an enormous success because it provides access to vaccines for underinsured children, Native Americans and Alaskan Natives, Medicaid-eligible children, and the like. And it makes sure that the children who go to see their private doctor and have insurance are getting immunized just as the children are who are under the Vaccines for Children's program. It basically has provided the opportunity us to eliminate racial, socioeconomic, geographic, rural-urban disparities.